backstage tasting and testing the efforts of Madison and Tamar out here. I'm breaking down the touchdown chili for you guys. I named it Touchdown Chili simply because I made it on the first day of the season for my team, the Jets. And my husband and I love chili so much, every time I make it, instead of making the same recipe over and over, I try and mix it up and make something completely different. So in this case, I browned up some Mexican chorizo, which is a fresh product. It's a fresh, spicy sausage. When the meat and the sausage are evenly brown, then I go ahead and I add my spices and my onion and garlic and chili pepper. So here I've got a medium onion chopped, one Fresno chili, which is spicy but not too hot. It looks like a red jalapeno pepper. You could also throw jalapeno in there, no big deal. They're interchangeable to me. But I'm going to add to that a few cloves of garlic, 3 or 4 large cloves of garlic, and then season it up with a little salt and pepper and let the onions and garlic start to cook out a bit. Now, I'm not just using a fresh Fresno or jalapeno pepper. I'm using 2 dried chili peppers. It's a total of about 4 or 5 peppers that I put into a small pot and I reconstitute them. Ancho chili peppers are really easy to find. They're usually dried. The dried chili pepper section is usually in the bulk foods part of your grocery store. Sometimes you'll see them near the fresh peppers in your produce department, but they're widely available now in a lot of big markets. Anchos are delicious because they're not too hot. Their heat level is very moderate. It tastes like spicy raisins. That's the way Bobby Flay described it years ago, and I think it's just a perfect description of anchos. So I'm going to reconstitute anchos, and I'm going to mix in some guajillo chilies, or you can use pasilla or New Mexican chilies. Again, it's a mild to medium heat level. And I put the dried chilies in as well as a fresh chili pepper because with the dried chilies, you get the benefit of it flavoring the stock as well. So I take the peppers, I stem and seed them so I don't have to deal with them when they're hot and reconstituted. I drop them into a pot and I cover them, because this is a beef chili, with about 3 cups of beef stock. Then you bring this up to a boil, then reduce the heat and just let them simmer, and they'll flavor all of the broth as well as plumping up so that they become soft enough to puree. So while those are working, I'm going to add my spice blend to the chili pot. I'm going to add a palmful of ground cumin, about a tablespoon, nice bright ground coriander. Cumin's smoky and it balances with the sweetness and brightness of the ground cilantro. About a half of a palmful or a teaspoon and a half of dried Mexican oregano. Just going to rub that between my hand. Anytime you use a dried herb, wake it up a little bit. Just give it a light crush. Then I'm going to add just a pinch of ground clove and a little pinch of cinnamon. That highlights the flavor of the ancho chilies. Salt and pepper, of course. Now I'm going to take a quick break while the onions finish cooking up. We'll add all of our liquids right after this.